Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another one. In today's video, as you saw by the title and the reason why you clicked on this video, I'm playing Minecraft Superflat for 100 days. I don't know why, I just wanted to do it because I thought it would be fun. I mean, at first I started to try and do it without structures, but then I got bored and I was like, I just wanted to have a super flat where I could do whatever I wanted with still having like a ton of blocks. Yeah, just ignore that. I just really wanted to like play super flat with structures or without, so I decided to just do with structures just to make it easier because I do not want to grind that much. So yeah, so after getting like a ton of iron, I just get geared up, I get a ton of bread, I get leggings, a spear, and a pickaxe. And I find a ruined portal, which is actually pretty good, and it has good loot. I decided to check out the nether, like, just right now. And I mean, it's not bad, but yeah, it's not the worst. And I don't really do anything else otherwise, though. I just kind of, you know, go to the nether, as I say. But yeah, also one more thing you guys might notice is that my voice might sound weird. And that's because of the mic quality, or not the mic quality. I just wanted to like test something different with my mic. Because before I was using a headset and now I'm using my computer mic because it's like right next to me. So it should just be really close. And I just want to try it out. But yeah. So I really just want to see how this goes. And also my last video got like 260 views and I lost 2 subscribers. But yeah, that's just kind of sad, and I'm a little sad right now because I lost 2 because I'm not a big subscriber, or not a big, I'm not like a big person, yet, but I only have 85 now instead of 87, so I please ask you guys, please subscribe. It would help a lot, and I could come out with videos more often just because, like, I have more motivation, you could say. This video took me a long time, and I have, like, 25 hours of footage, so please sub for me. Anyways, I would really appreciate it, and yeah. So, there's not really much for me to say. I kind of just go to the nether, but I end up just going back and then running around to loot more villages, and then I start making my home. Also, little side note, guys, I ended up dying to a creeper exploding me, and I spawned pretty far away out of bed in a different village, so I had to run all the way back, and on my way back, I actually saw a pink sheep spawn, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, I end up getting my stuff back, and then I run, and then I start just digging out my base, and I make it, and yeah. Eventually, after getting all my stuff back, looting more, and just crafting more stuff, I find like a nice empty space between 3 or 4 villages, and I decide to just put it here. And I also just want to make it kind of like in a certain chunk just to make it center, which eventually in the future I just completely ignore because I'm too lazy to like make it like just nice in a chunk. So if you turn chunk borders on, because like it's not really gonna happen. Anyways, like it's not like I'm just gonna have chunk borders on looking at it and be like, oh, this looks ugly, But yeah, anyway, so I just keep breaking this, and I also installed the replay mod, like, halfway through this part of the video. So I have it on right now, so let's see if I can make a nice shot of me digging it out. Honestly, I would say I cooked with that. I think it was pretty good, honestly. And also, at the very end of this video, I did actually end up adding shaders, and then that's what you saw in that video. So that actually just added to the video, which was really nice. Otherwise, it wouldn't have looked that good. And honestly, I'm just kind of like amazed because that was my first try, and I really like it because that was my first time doing it. But yeah, I decide it's time to like build an exit to my base and a mob farm. Because you can never have a good base in Superflat without a mob farm. Because, that's where you get like, most of your loot and stuff. So, I'm going to make another cinematic shot of me building that and all of that stuff. Yo, I think I low-key cooked with it last time. But I'm having like some serious issues with making the cinematic shots just because like I have like my storage is just cooked because of this video. It's taking up way too much storage, which is why I need to get it out. And it's just absolutely cooking my Minecraft, and it keeps crashing after crash, and it's so annoying. And I just can't, like, it just isn't like working properly, whatever. I just can't get it to work properly. But I mean, it's still working. I'm still getting it done. It's just taking a long time. But otherwise, yeah, as you saw, I think I cooked with that, as I said. And yeah. And you also just saw, as this begun, it is working well. It is working really well. And later I find it very useful because it like takes up the mob caps and other like mobs spawn like at night in the surrounding area, which is just really nice. But yeah, so I just fix up the farm now, and then I just go back to the grind. After some time, I patch up the mob farm and fix it completely. I add some slabs to make it better, of course, and then I dig an area around it. What I also do is I make a carrot farm, and I use all the bone meal I get to just bone meal as much as I can. Because, hey, I mean, I'll take free food. And plus, I can always breed like a really fast horse later with golden carrots. I also do some more research on strongholds, and I find out that, or like just not on strongholds, just research on like Superflat in general, and I find out strongholds spawn at specific places in the world, and so I decide, hey, why not go check it out to just loot it and get whatever not. So that's what I do, and I do get like quite a bit of loot, and the reason they spawn like in the same place in every single Superflat is because it has to do something with 0, 0. So I loot it, and I look at how many eyes it needs. So I make another portal, I go to the nether, and then I die. So yeah, after I end up dying, I respawn at base, so I loot a little bit of stuff on the way, and I go back to the nether through that portal, and I try and look for all my stuff again. But I just can't find it, so and I'm pretty sure it's been more than 5 minutes, so I'm just crashing out, and then I look for it. I find it in the replay mod once I go back to look at it. And then I go to where it is, but it all despawned, of course. So I'm just kind of annoyed by that. So I tried to go back to the nether portal, and I die again of fall damage because I don't know if I'm stupid or something. But yeah, I had 2 diamonds on me, so that's unfortunate. So I died with that. And then I went back to base, and as you can see now, I gave up, and I decided to just go loot a ton of villages, just walk in a random direction and loot as much as I could so that I can just, get re-geared, just get extra loot. So after getting completely re-geared, I decided I need to move my base and add a roof to my base. So as you can see, I'm adding the roof, and I also just dug out the area like near the mob farm, and I made like a little room, and I moved all my stuff. I'm moving all the storage. And then I also make like a little trading hall, as you can see here, and I'm making areas. And then once I do all of that, I also plant some trees to just like, so I can get a ton of wood just near my base easily. And then after that, I grab a boat and a lead, and as you can see, I run off to this village to go yoink some villagers. And these farmers, for some reason, stay stuck as farmers. I don't really know why, but they just do. And actually, it ends up like I learned something really useful, that in this world, since I have a carrot farm, and we end up farming just a ton of carrots because that's like our main food supply. And also, after that, it just doesn't become our food supply. It kind of just becomes what we use to trade for emeralds the most. Because I use sticks and carrots, because that takes 22 carrots for an emerald. And after every harvest, I have like stacks and stacks of carrots that I need to sell, or that I just have extra. So yeah, I use that with the villager, or I trade that to the villager, and boom, I'm now rich with emeralds. The sticks are better in general, but I have to wait for the trees to grow, and honestly, I just like farming more, because you can I don't really know why. It's just easier to get, as long as I put in the time to make the farm, it just gives me more carrots in return than I do sticks. And honestly, it's just more fun than just planting trees and waiting and watching, or getting bone meal and stuff for that. So yeah, I yoink more villagers, and then I get the trades that I want, and yeah. So after some time, I get a ton of villagers, I get like trades that I want. I decided it's time to upgrade the carrot farm to just make it 100 times better. And I remember seeing some stuff on how water works, like with farming and stuff, and just a cool way to use it. So I decided to build it up, just build the farm up and just make it layered to make it really good. And I just do this a lot. And honestly, I like layer it up so much that I decide that I'm just gonna make another cinematic shot of me doing it. So hopefully this works. Unfortunately, it didn't work because my Minecraft kept crashing because of how much storage this video was taking up, because of how like long it was, so it was taking up a lot of storage. So I just couldn't really like deal with Java or just like my Minecraft crashing so much, and it was just really annoying, and I couldn't find the right like replay recording. So I just gave up and I decided not to do it. So yeah, I just don't do that. And I end up just grinding some other stuff out, like getting more villagers and just like giving them trades that I want. So after a bit, my friend ends up joining me. And honestly, this isn't a sponsor, but I would just like to thank a mod called E4MC. E4MC. And basically, it gives you a domain or something when you open your world to LAN, and only you need to have the mod, and if your friends put in that domain, like that it gives you into their multiplayer thing, they can join your world. So I ended up deciding to try it to see if my friends could join, and honestly, they helped me a lot through this challenge. If they didn't help me, then I would I don't know. It would have been so much more different. So this is one of my friends that ends up joining, and then there's another one that joins me later. And basically what I did like before my friend joined is I just did a lot of grinding and like getting more villagers, yoinking more villagers and giving them the trades I wanted. And I also just sorted my chests more and just grinding out the mob farm. And so that's kind of all I do. Again, like me and my friend just go and just do some more grinding, just the mob farm, and like we also cut down a ton of trees and just grind like a ton of sticks to trade for emeralds and stuff. Because I got what is it called? I got like armorers, and I don't have any toolsmiths or weaponsmiths right now. I only have armorers. But I basically just want to upgrade the armor as much as I can so that diamond armor, because that's the main way that I'm gonna get all my diamond like armor and tools. After a long time of grinding later, another one of my friends joined me, but like they both had to go. Like both of my friends had to go, so they were gone at this point. And I was just deciding to make the base a lot bigger and to make like an actual storage area, which is what I was doing now. And as you can see, like one of my friends, I gave the task of actually no wait yeah. One of them is online. The other one had to go. This was my original friend that was on the world from the beginning. Or not from the beginning, but the first friend on the world. And I gave him the task of chopping down the entire forest that I had so that I could like make a more like proper tree farm so that they would be like more spread out and it would be like easier to just know like a good way to place the trees, you know? So after a lot of grinding later, I end up just upgrading the carrot farm, and I also get full diamond armor because I max out my armor smith. At this point, I had finally gotten like max diamond armor, or well, not maxed like enchanted, but full diamond armor. And I decided, and as you can see, I have an enchanted iron pick and an enchanted iron pick, which was from a toolsmith that I had gotten, which I was now trying to max out to get the diamond tools, of course. And then later, I realized that I also need a weaponsmith to get like swords and I guess like different axes. So I don't know if the axes have sharpness or something like that. But yeah. So now I decide to just go down and chop some trees. Once I finished all of cutting down all the trees and just deforesting that entire like forest I had, I replanted. Or no, I didn't replant anything, right? Because I still need to make the grid used for like stuff. So after I turn all of the logs into planks and then the planks into sticks, I use the sticks to trade with the Fletchers I have to get a ton of emeralds. So once I use all of that, I decide to go replant the trees and make the grid and stuff. After I finish doing all of that, I decide it's time to finish up the storage room area. So I end up digging out the rest of this area and then building a roof on it. And then I go through the horrible process of getting all the chests, placing them around like in this like area, and then like sorting all of my stuff through it, which doesn't take as long as I expected. And honestly, it's just like a lot nicer now that that's happened. Also, if you couldn't tell, I added some mods and like a texture pack that basically makes my game just look better. So like it's like hold my items, I think I did for like 3D, and then also like 3D items, so that it just makes it look better. And then I don't know why, but I just kind of like to look at it when there's just nothing nothing's just moving. It's just kind of like there. And I just like it like that. Eventually I change it though, although it's after this video, I change it back to being normal just because I like it more like that. Eventually, after some time, another one of the second friend that I was talking about, joins me again. And my first friend that, like, first joined the world doesn't really play, like, anymore, just on this world. I don't know why, but, like, I just end up grinding through the rest of the game with my second friend, just a lot. And then we end up finishing the game, and yeah. But, I still have a lot of grinding to do, because there's just so much that I did, and there's just a lot more to do. Like, of course, get a ton of diamond tools, get Eyes of Ender, and then kill the Ender Dragon. I don't end up getting Elytra in this world, for reasons you'll see why. But otherwise, my friend and I just go back to the grind of, he's kind of just a farmer, so he ends up just farming and expanding the farm a lot. And he just gets a ton of emeralds. I remember one time, he got 2.5 stacks of emeralds just from carrots. Like, just from one harvest, or not from one harvest, just like from grinding out the farm and selling the carrots to the farmers. Because we eventually make a mob, or a villager breeder and stuff. But yeah, we just go back to the grind of getting as many emeralds and trying to get diamond tools. After some time, I finish up just grinding a lot, and I decide it's finally time to go to the nether again and, like, get blaze rods and all of that stuff, and, like, pearls, trading and stuff for pearls, so that I can actually, go to the end. And also, if you saw at the very end of that last sped up footage that I had, that purple wool. So basically what happened was I had a sheep. It was a baby sheep. And I basically tied it to a fence gate above my bed. And I dyed him purple. And I named him Rusty. That was his name. And then he was still a baby sheep. And then you want to know what happened? He got onto the bed. And then he got into the crafting table next to my bed. And then he grew up and suffocated in the wall and died. So he was dead. And so as you could see, that was the purple wool I had. That's from where it was from. And I ended up naming it. I don't have the footage, but I ended up naming the wool RIP. I ended up typing RIP Rusty because, that was Rusty. So yeah. So right now I just go searching for a bastion and a fortress, so that I can get some loot. And then eventually, when another one of my friends joins, he dies in the nether trying to get glowstone because he wants it for something. So he loses, and then we can't find his stuff. So he ends up just grinding it back, and then I get glowstone for him so that he could just have some, which I don't think he even ends up using. But if I do a 200 days, then, I guess we might use it. You never know. But, yeah. Eventually, I find a fortress and a bastion, and then I go back to the base with the blaze rods. After some time, I find a fortress, and I box up a blaze spawner so that I can get all the blaze rods I need. So I just grind here for a little longer. I make it a little bigger just so more blazes spawn. And yeah, I get enough blaze rods. I go back to base, put them up, and then I go looking for a bastion to trade to get pearls. Although I'm pretty sure I don't get enough, so I end up going to a warped forest to kill a ton of endermen. After grinding out enough resources to go to the end, me and my friend, after getting geared up enough, we decide it's finally time to go. So we run over to the end portal, to the other one that I was at, and we go into the end and start fighting the Ender Dragon. And honestly, it was fun, but it was also really annoying because I ended up dying, so I had to run all the way back, get my gear, and then I ended up killing it. And then I go to the end, and then I think my friend dies or something. And so I'm basically just coming back because I found an end city that had an end ship, and I'm coming back, and then I'm an idiot, and I try to, what is it called? Like something swap with the spear and lunge with my fist, and I think I'm good enough to do it over a gap, and then I completely fail, and then I don't know if my reaction time just sucks or something, because I end up, just not, I try to pearl clutch, but then I just don't pearl clutch because I'm like stupid or something. And so now that I haven't made the pearl clutch, I'm in the void. And I had the dragon egg on me, so RIP dragon egg and RIP all the loot I had. So now I have to grind it all back, which is what I end up doing for the rest of the video, and just like changing some stuff and just grinding a lot. So as you know, when you lose the dragon egg, you lose it forever, and it's gone if it falls into the void because you can't get another one. So after dying, losing all my stuff, and then dying again, and then losing all my stuff pretty much, I just give up and I decide to just grind at base. And as you saw just now, as I was like talking right at the beginning, I coughed a little because yes, this is Java edition. So yeah. Anyways, it's time to go back onto the grind, so I decide to just loot up a little bit and just grind. So I grind back all of my gear, and then I grind another set and just like combine them all and just try and get like really good gear. And then I also I don't really like the farm I have right now, so I end up tearing it down completely and just completely remaking it just in a better way. So yeah, that's kind of just all I do. It's just back to the grind. It was now about the end of the challenge, and I was almost finished. And as you can maybe see, I finally added some shaders that looked nice, and I was just now AFKing because I just wanted to grind out the farm. There wasn't much that I really did, it was just kind of grinding out this farm. But honestly, I feel like you guys didn't really see much, but in reality, I went a really long way. I did so much, and honestly, it'd be really nice if you guys left a sub. And anyways, this is gonna be the end of the video in a second. Just a little more. Maybe like, I think I go around and just show a little bit of the space, or just a little bit of my base and stuff. And then yeah. But thanks for watching otherwise. It was finally the last day, day 100. And I had come a long way. I was just looking back at my world now, wondering if I would spend another 100 days, maybe even more. And honestly, I kind of do want to. I feel like I left this world unfinished on day 100, and I really want to do more now. And if this video gets 10 likes, then hey, I'll do it 200 days. If it doesn't, then I won't, which I will find unfortunate, but who knows, maybe this will one day get 10 likes. And I also ask again, even though I asked this like for you guys like 10 seconds ago, please subscribe. It would really help me out. And I just really want to reach the goal of 100 before, I'd say, summer break. Yeah, so I have summer break in like May, and so I guess 100 subscribers before May. I would really appreciate that. And thanks for watching. And finally, a world that I actually kind of liked had now come to an end.